Hey everyone, this is Talks with Kenny, and I recently found this video from Libs of TikTok. Shout out to her. It's about this therapist, and he makes the claims that mass shooting is due to patriarchy. He's in for a rude reckoning here.
Almost all mass shooters are cisgender men, and for some reason, we don't really talk about men being the primary problem. Can we please blame the patriarchy and not blame mental health? People with mental illness are far more likely to be the victims, not the shooter. Remember, pinning everything on mental health is also a good way to distract you from focusing on the problem of gun ownership. And you know it's a distraction because the people in power who blame mental health don't give a shit about improving access to mental health care. They want you to think that all the shooters are crazy so that they can justify having all their guns. Whatever. I'm not saying anything you don't already know. This is fucking stupid and horrifying.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly. One, if patriarchy was the source of why mass shooting happened, why is there more mass shooting in 2020 than it was in the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s? One argument I hear is, well, they don't have guns at the same capacity, but at the end of the day, people shoot people. The guns don't shoot itself. So even regardless if it's a musket or a machine gun, shooting should still occur, correct? Maybe not the death tolls are the same, but the rate of mass shootings that happen, it should have been higher in the past than in currently, right? But no, that's not the case. There was less crime during the patriarchy, less mass shooting during the patriarchy. But what changed? As we moved away from said patriarchy that we thought was so bad, mass shooting went up. And even out, and this claim about mental illness, like mental illness, people being the more of the victims, that's true. But also, there's this thing where we don't want to stigmatize mental health now. Because nowadays, the rate of people claiming they have mental health is like this. It's soaring. Like, it seemed like every person I talk to, they have some type of mental whatever. Oh, I suffer from depression. I suffer from this. What? I'm not saying they're lying, but I'm just saying I that's something I noticed. Because growing up, I remember it was rare for me to hear, like, people who had mental health issues, it was rare to hear about it. But you also can make the claim is, oh, it's because we destigmatize it. But I think that's part of the problem. Why? Because a lot of these mass shooters, when they get caught, this is not the first time they made like outlandish claims like that. Like, I believe the more recent one, he almost stabbed a bunch of people. They had to confiscate 5 knives from him. You think that's someone who don't have mental health issues? And a lot of them, they all share the similar characteristics. They were all raised by single moms. They all were loners. That means they were socially isolated. And we all know social isolation makes humans crazy, because humans, we're social creatures. We need social interactions, or we're going to go. How can we not blame this on mental health? We found a correlation. You made a correlation. All of them seems to be white cis males. Okay, so I made a correlation too. They all were raised by single moms. It seemed like a lack of fathers is the core issue here. Because if they had a father, they'll know how to control themselves. My father used to tell me that the most dangerous man in the world is an emotional one. Because an emotional man don't know how to control himself. Men, on average, are more aggressive and more prone to violence than women. That's why predominantly all violent crimes are predominantly done by men. Because the testosterone, we're more aggressive, whatever. So if you have an emotional man that, oh, trust your feelings, whatever, and he reacts emotionally, he can do some damage. That's why when women, like in the video before with black women, when they're reacting, when they were trashing up the restaurant in New York, in NYC, it would seem like it wasn't as threatening. But imagine a bunch of men doing all that. It'll be a different sight. A lot of people will be a lot more scared, right? Someone would have got shot that day. Like, I'm just pointing out a correlation that I see. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like and share this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.